Hi you guys, happy Tuesday and welcome back to my channel. Not only the Tripartite Alliance is crumbling down, even the ANC itself, because we see Stan Mathabatha, who is the chairperson of Limpopo province, leaving the ANC, pointing at things like regional conferences. He's seen a lot of misconduct in these regional conferences that are currently happening of the ANC. And also we see FIUKILE MBALULA calling the decision of the South African Communist Party a monumental disaster. It's crazy, guys, what is going on in the alliance. And in this video I wanted us to just talk about these things. So yesterday Stan Mathabatha decided to quit and leave his position as the chairperson of the province of Limpopo, and has pointed out that things like misconduct in the regional conferences, that there is no regular way of how these regional conferences are. And I'm like, okay, he's using that as an excuse, but the ANC has always been corrupt, and we see them trying to mend things and trying to, say that we've done wrong and we want to fix. For example, Mathabile has said this about the ANC. This article says that nobody believes what we're saying. ANC urged to stop fighting over small things. So Mathabile was speaking at the ANC Waterberg Regional Elective Conference in Limpopo over the weekend. She said party leaders should work towards building trust to avoid the 30% support the DA latest report predicted for the ANC. There is a storyline built against us that has become stronger, in that whatever we say, nobody believes what we say, Dlamini says. Too much coming from Dlamini, because Dlamini herself, she's corrupt. And we're going to change the storyline through commitment, when we must fight, when we must stop fighting over small things. She didn't even swallow her words. Then Mathabatha resigns. Mathabatha leaves the ANC. It's over for the ANC, and the people are tired of the ANC. The ANC members are tired of the ANC. They're tired of pretending. They're tired of thinking or make it seem like, everything is normal, nothing is wrong. People are now leaving positions. They don't care about money anymore. They're just done. So with a member of the Limpopo, the set aside chair, since he's been set aside, he's not really resigning. I think he's not really resigning from the ANC. He's stepping aside as the chairperson. So it seems like the ANC is not happy about that. And also the Youth League of Limpopo is not happy, because from this article says the ANC Youth League Limpopo further refuses the characterization of the ANC as purported in the letter. If there's a generation in the character of our movement, it is the role of its leadership to take responsibility, not to run away from issues instead of providing leadership. This is our observation, is a sign of cowardice. This is an old man. This is an old man in Youth League. So be very careful on what you say. So it seems like FIUKILE MBALULA, they want to call this cadre here of the ANC to account tomorrow at Luthuli House, because it says that when asked for response to Mathabatha's letter, MBALULA told News 24 that the matter was to be addressed at the ANC Luthuli House headquarters on Wednesday. So it seems like they think that it would be better for them to deal with. I don't know. Please, guys, tell me what you think. Comment your thoughts about this whole thing. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to beg him, because they're even calling him a coward. Phew, guys, yeah, it's over. As you know, ANC, yeah, just let it go. They're busy begging people. They're playing the game of begging. And when you beg people, it doesn't look good. Let people go if they want to go. It's the same thing that they're doing, begging the Communist Party. The Communist Party wants to go. Just let it go. Let them see what will happen of them, instead of begging them that, no, don't go. Talking about that, the South African Communist Party is done. No matter who says what, when, they just don't care. And at first, before I play FIUKILE MBALULA's response and what he said, just want to read the article. So the article says that South African Communist Party snaps ANC workshop, fueling alliance tension ahead of elections. So here, I think it was someone who was part of the committee meeting or whatever meeting that they had with COSATU as well as the ANC. And they're saying, as well as the South African Communist Party, and they're saying that these people, they didn't pitch up for the workshop, and they're thinking that it's because maybe of the committee meeting. The South African Communist Party responded and said, the National Democratic Revolution was first theorized and elaborated by itself in response to South Africa's colonial condition, drawing from the world's communist movement, including the Communist International and the World Meeting of Communist Party and Workers' Parties. In addition, that it was the first organization to adopt the transformation of South Africa into a democratic republic and a majority with equal rights for all races and strategic objection of the nation liberation struggle. It was in advancing this objective that the South African Communist Party was the first to conceptualize and theorize the national democratic revolution. Notably, guys, I just think that the Communist Party, more than anything, what made them to be even like this, to be very rebellious, it's because of the ANC and the GNU. They've always expressed that they do not like, they don't want the GNU. And I understand them. These people have been in the alliance, very faithful to the ANC for years. And when they're doing this GNU of theirs, they fail to even give them one position as ministers or anything like that. So the ANC, the Communist Party is tired. And they want to have the upper hand that even if ANC comes next time, 3 years from now, and they say that, oh, we want to work with you, or maybe on the elections, luckily, Communist Party people vote for them. And then the ANC says that, okay, let us combine our votes so that we can have everything. We can have like some kind of rule somewhere. They know that they can have an upper hand to say that, okay, give us this and this position. Whereas now, they don't have that power. I don't know what you guys think. Please tell me your thoughts about the crumbling down of this Communist Party and the ANC members leaving. Hey, and Gwede Mantashe being fired.
About that matter. And then the South African Communist Party kote Gwede Mantashe. Gwede Mantashe was a communist when it was not fashionable to be a communist. He was a communist in the 1980s. When you could be killed for being a communist. He misses the meetings of the party. They show him the door. At least now I never suspend nyana. So we're going to talk to the party spokesperson there, Mbulelo Mandlana, about Wenze Gwede.
And also FIUKILE MBALULA calling them their decision a monumental disaster.
After what I'm going to say to you right now, that we are engaged with the question of the Communist Party. We have reflected at the theoretical level what are the implications of this disastrous and monumental disastrous decision of the party for the alliance. We have reflected on that. And we have said as the ANC, we are against that. But it looks like there's no turning back. Now, the ANC have got to apply itself on the practicalities of how we are going to navigate that space. And the marching orders will come in terms of what is going to happen. So we don't expect commentators and those who think that they know theory better to tell us what needs to happen in between this period and what needs to happen after we have met with the Communist Party and finalize what we need to do. But it is very clear that the party is determined about its decision to move forward. At an ideological and theoretical level, there is no basis for this. We have made up our mind about that, and we'll share that perspective with our membership as we interact with them going forward. In the next coming week, we'll share that perspective, why we say that there is no theoretical basis for the Communist Party to stand on its own. No zile kawucinge nje into besingayicinga ngebomini bethu asifuni lonto iCommunist Party mayiphume kulonto kuyo ibuye emgceni silwela inkululeko yabantu bakuthi apha lento bayenzayo yozimela geqe ayizuqinisa lento sikuyo ye alliance instead it will weaken it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot, but I just hope that they allow them to contest these elections. You know, you never know. You'll never know. Probably the people will vote for them. They are very confident that they have certain wards that will vote for them. But we'll hear from Soli when they're done with these central committee meetings and what they've decided, the final determination or the final, it seems like they will definitely contest elections, but on what basis? Are they going to still be part of the alliance, or are they going to leave the alliance?
Channel.
On my FYP, I keep on seeing this story of ZWELI MKHIZES, right? And it keeps on popping, and I was asking myself, actually, what is really going on? And I just got very much interested because I saw headlines such as the fake cows and digital vibes, MKHIZES under scrutiny again as SIU alleges new evidence. So I wanted us to understand this. So this is going to be a learning curve, not just for me, but for all of us in this channel. So to those who are very interested in this, please stick around. Let us read, let us do some reading to understand what is really going on with this whole situation of ZWELI MKHIZES. So you guys remember that ZWELI MKHIZES was the Minister of Health during the COVID-19 time. And in 2021, he was implicated in the regional digital vibe scandal, where 150 million contract was found to have been awarded irregularly. Pressure mounted due to revelations by investigators that his son had received cash payments, a Land Cruiser and property maintenance cover by the company, right? And the political fallout came when MKHIZES was placed on special leave by President Ramaphosa in June 2021 and resigned as health minister in August of 2021 amidst mounting evidence of wrongdoing. Then the SIU did their reporting. But before we can get there, let us go to that article from News 24. So the SIU has been granted court permission to introduce new critical evidence in the digital vibes case involving 150 million COVID-19 and NHI communication contract. This additional information includes affidavits from an SIU investigator and PwC aimed at exposing how funds meant for public communications were laundered or misappropriated, often disguised as cattle purchases. Guys, now it makes sense why is it that during COVID, the monies were always borrowed. They were always wanting money. But Ramaphosa, they always wanted money because they were chowing the money for themselves, including ZWELI. There were no even hospitals that were built, but still these people will get millions and millions of monies that they borrowed from other countries. So what are the SIU's claims? So they claim that payments were made without services rendered, benefiting MKHIZES' wife, son, and associate via sham business deals. These funds originally disbursed by the NHI, approximately 25 million, and COVID-19 media campaign around 150 million, were channeled through digital vibes and related entities, later disbursed to linked parties. Even though some entities repaid around 10 million, the special tribunal emphasized that this does not negate liability under the Prevention of Organized Crime Act, which is the POCA. The court has yet to decide on the formal admissions of this third affidavit, which SIU described as essential for a fair and complete adjudication of the case. So in summary, the SIU is advancing a more robust corruption and money laundering case, bolstered by detailed new evidence targeting MKHIZES and his family and associates. Guys, ANC is corrupt. ANC is corrupt. ANC is very corrupt. It's too hot. It's too hot. So I don't know what you guys think about this because I didn't understand it. But from reading here, I have some understanding of what really ZWELI MKHIZES is being accused of. And you know what's alarming? He's part of the committee there in Parliament. He's the chairperson of some committee in Parliament with these allegations. Yeah, guys, I don't know. Musho wa ANC wa fail, meaning the rule of the ANC is the alliance. We'll just hear from them. Nonetheless, guys, I'll see you in my next upload. Bye.